So
What's been the hardest part of prep in general, whether it's training or life
It's honestly those days that you come in and you just don't feel good. Like those really low days. Like not every day is gonna feel amazing, but the days that do feel really hard, getting yourself through those days, that's probably been the hardest part. Because those are the days you just want to be like, fuck it and give up. And keeping myself in it has probably been the hardest thing, but it's progressed really well over the last 5 months. So.
How does it feel different than prepping for the games in 2021?
It's nice because I'm not like coaching with it. I was coaching last time, and it feels like, gosh, I don't know. I maybe haven't thought about it. Well, less pressure because I already know what the experience is like now. So I'm just excited to see what they give us. Like I'm just excited to like experience it again, but on a better note, like a more like present and positive note.
Are you close enough to the games where you're excited about it, or are you still like in the thick of training where you're like you can't get super excited yet?
I'm not excited yet. Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to think too far down the line. I'm trying to just be like in this weekend. Yeah. Well, we're going 6-minute clock, 5 rounds, and your 6 minutes. 22 chest to bar, 11 shoulder to overhead at 145, 22 toes to bar, 11 cal echo bike. So my goal, I want to keep the gymnastics unbroken. I might have to break the chest to bar, depending on like maybe the last like 2 rounds, we'll see. Shoulder to overhead, I know I can keep unbroken, I'm strong at that. And then toes to bar, they're like getting a lot better, so again I want to push that and see if I can keep the 22s unbroken because I'm getting rest. And then the bike, I'm going to build as I go on the bike and try to finish on a harder pace, if not closer to a sprint. Rest and then hit it again.
So what are you working on this workout?
What am I working? Consistency.
And what?
My rounds and my times. And then just like volume on my chest bar and my toes bar. So seeing if I can hold it on to bigger sets. See how long. I might start unbroken and then break as I go.
It's volume, gymnastics volume thing you've been working on?
Yeah, especially on toes to bar. Everything that we're just like, we've been building over the entire season. So we've been playing catch up for a while from last year. So now it's like, testing out that volume a little bit and seeing how we can push it.
So, why are you training intervals?
Why am I training intervals?
Or with the 6-minute time cap. What's the point of that?
I feel like it's like a good amount to try to push this at a hard pace, have a little bit of rest, and then be able to hold those rounds. So repetitive rounds, I guess. That might be a Taylor question, though.
So you're trying to hold the same pace, or you're trying to like go fast for every round?
I think maybe hold the same pace. I'm more so curious if my gymnastics will break. So if I knew that my gymnastics wasn't going to break down, then I would try to increase over the 5. I want to make sure that these don't fall apart. But I'm not going to go too hot on that first one. I'll probably still build incrementally.
You train majority intervals?
Yeah, we train a lot of intervals. It's a good way to build volume. Yeah. And I probably need it.
And you're working right now for your dad?
Yeah, for my dad.
What do you do with that?
Pool design. So like design renderings for pool designs, and I do that part-time on the side, which is nice because like I gym and then I have something outside of the gym to kind of keep my mind busy.
What do you actually do?
Huh?
What do you act like? What is the work actually?
It's like computer design. So I like build 3D renderings of like houses and pools on a computer so that clients can see it. They can see what it would look like with this pool in their backyard. It's like a way to sell a pool and stuff, but
You like doing that?
I do like it. It's something new that I've learned, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, how'd you learn it?
You take a class, and then I've just kind of like picked it up the more you do it. My dad and my brothers have taught me some stuff, so it's pretty sick.
How much of that are you doing a week?
Probably like 10 hours. Not too much. Anywhere between like 6 to 10, just depending. I'm trying not to do too much of that, but now, since semis, the gym is starting to be like 5-6 hours a day. So there's way more time in the gym, and it's just what it is. Yeah.
Side hobby.
Yeah, it's expensive side hobby.
What else have you been doing?
What else am I gonna do?
What else have you been doing? In your free time?
Sleeping, eating. I've had to start eating a lot more food, which was kind of hard to wrap my head around again, like eating high carbs. So I started working with a nutrition coach on that, which has been helpful. And I'm not doing too much socially. Like, I'll get dinner with friends sometimes here and there. Like, I'm gonna go to the beach this weekend for like a day, but there's not too much you can do because otherwise you're moving your training around or you're cutting it short or whatnot, and then I don't love that. So we're just on a roll for the next 4 weeks, and it's locked in for 4 weeks, and I'm fine with that. Yeah.
You've done a couple of podcasts. You enjoyed that?
I have liked the podcast. Yeah, those have been fun. The 2 that I've done, they've been good.
What was your favorite part of doing that?
I think just kind of explaining my story as an athlete and like how we've made it back to the games now. Because I feel like that's been a pretty hard task to accomplish, and we did do it, so that's pretty awesome. And being able to share that's been nice.
Do you feel like it helps you like process what's happened? Like, has there been stuff you've talked about on the podcast that you're like, oh, I didn't really think about that?
Yeah, for sure. And it just gives you, like, it's to talk about it gives you a little bit of credit. You're like, oh yeah, like this did happen. Like, cool.
Is there anything that stands out to you from those conversations?
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. The one I did with, it's Peter, right? From, Coffee Pods and Wads. He definitely, like he said, he was like, I had a different assumption about like you as a person, and you're different than who I was, or what I was expecting. So it was nice to maybe just like share myself in a different way that people maybe don't get via social media.
Like, what is the assumption versus who you are? Like, what do you think about that?
Yeah, it's interesting to hear. I've heard it before, and like I've been told before that like I don't present maybe my personality the best way via social media, but it's not like the easiest thing for me to do, and it hasn't really been like a priority. As far as what I've been trying to do, I've just been trying to make it back to the games. And it's like, that's okay. I would rather have in-person connection with people and maybe eventually like learn how to portray myself a bit better via social media, but I don't take it to heart. I feel like I used to, but he was pretty upfront about it, and it was a good conversation. It was very open and honest, and I appreciated that, so.